Oh, thank God UEFA had to step in there and really put pressure on the Super League. Thank God that football's really a little bit more moral now. So, if you've seen the title of this video and the little introduction I've done there, basically, yeah, football's not going to be going in a good way in the future. Basically, we've had rumours of the Super League, obviously, and that could maybe still happen, and we really don't want that, do we? That's going to really destroy the sport. But we've kind of got another Super League to worry about in the Champions League itself. Now, I pushed for an episode of the podcast on this in Series 1, which we kind of touched on it when it was first breaking this story. And the Super League kind of hushed it away, and everyone kind of forgot about it, but it's come back into the fold and people have started talking about it again. And yeah, it's the reformation of the Champions League, what they're changing in terms of... They're really just changing the tournament entirely. So let's just start off with one thing, okay. They're changing the actual number of teams which go into it from 32 to 36. Now, on the surface level, that doesn't seem like a big deal. They've done it to the World Cup, they've done it to the Euros. You know, that's not an awful thing. And two of those new positions of new teams which are added, I'm not too mad about. One of them would be an extra position to the 5th ranked league. So to explain that away, La Liga gets the top 4 in La Liga, the Premier League, the Bundesliga and Serie A all go into the Champions League. But the 4th place team in France doesn't, so it would just make it equal level playing field. That I think is fine. And also it would mean a team which fared well or did well in the Champions League the season beforehand that has to qualify to get in the Champions League would get an automatic spot. So for example, Ajax, when they reach the semi-finals, despite winning the league in their country, they have to qualify. So yeah, they'd get an automatic spot. The other two, however, positions will basically be a get out of jail free card for poor performing sides which have a good history. My side might, Arsenal, for example, if we maybe finished 5th or 6th, we could maybe get in there. Man United this season, if they don't get top 4, would probably end up with a spot. And it's based on the UEFA coefficient rankings. So the 2 highest ranked sides by UEFA, which have finished in a European spot outside of the top 4 or their Champions League spots, will get an automatic spot. So if Man United finish 7th and they're the highest ranked out of the sides, they will get a qualification, which really ruins the sport. The idea that, say it was happening next season, Man United just go on an awful run of form, forget 5th, forget 6th, they finish 7th, West Ham finish above them, Tottenham finish above them, Tottenham and West Ham, I'm saying Arsenal get top 4, I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen, but let's just say this. That would mean West Ham and Tottenham get Europa League, and Man United would get Champions League football. And I don't think I need to explain to you that that's messed up, that's wrong. And the thing is, that's the main controversy of this whole change in structure, because that's what makes it kind of the Super League light in a way, in that there's 2 teams which are going to get in without completely earning it, when the Super League was pretty much all of that. The Super League was everyone's there just by the fact of their history. This one's just 2 teams, and it's kind of a little step. I think UEFA know what they're doing, and they're going to slowly but surely get to the Super League point, and this is the first step, and that's horrible, but hopefully we can try and stop this happening. But not only that, the actual structure of the Champions League in terms of the way the games are played is going to change. Obviously, 4 new teams, you'd think, well, that's maybe not too hard, maybe we just play an extra there's going to be another group. Well, no, that's not exactly how it's going to happen, because with the 32 teams, it's very simple. You divide 32 in half, it's 16, you have a round of 16. Simple. You add another 4 teams, suddenly it gets a little bit more complicated. So the idea is that it will be a 36-team league. Yeah, don't understand that, I don't want to try and explain it, but yeah, there's going to be a 36-team league. But you aren't going to play every team. You're only going to play 10 games. And in those 10 games, you will play 10 different teams. 5 home, 5 away. So you won't play a side both home and away. Similarly to say, I could compare it to maybe the Six Nations, where in the Six Nations, for example, you only play 5 games, you only play each of those teams once, home or away. And the way they pick those fixtures is going to be UEFA's seeded system, which kind of follows something called the Swiss model, which I'm not going to try and explain. So basically, they will look at the seedings of the clubs, and you will play. So I'm guessing you'll play clubs of a similar level. To make it a bit more competitive, maybe. I'm not too sure. And the teams that finish in the top 4 or top 8, it's not too clear, will go through. And then I think the teams ranked 9th to 24th, I believe, are going to play a separate knockout round. Basically, it's not a round of 32 because there's 16 of them, but they will play a round such as that to get into the round 16, and then it will go into the normal Champions League format. Can I live with that? It's annoying, but potentially I can. I'm not too sure about it. I mean, it's just completely changing the tournament. What's wrong with the current format is a question which will always come into place whenever you change any tournament. And the Champions League works. Everyone loves the Champions League. I mean, for me, it's really annoying because I've wanted my club Arsenal to get into the Champions League for a while now, for 5 years, and we're finally getting back into it. And we may only have, if we get back in and say we qualify again next year, we may only have 2 seasons of playing in a normal Champions League format until the kind of integrity of the tournament's ruined. Because realistically, all we need to do now is finish in the top 7, and we're probably okay. Because it's just a bit of a joke. It's just a massive joke. Man United are pretty much sorted now because their coefficient is probably the highest in the country besides Liverpool. So yeah, they're fine because realistically Liverpool aren't going to finish outside the top 4 for a while now. Like, it's just a joke. I mean, now that I think about it, Ajax are pretty much sorted with qualification because they will either get through via did well in the Champions League and they have to qualify, or they've got a high coefficient ranking. But it's a massive joke. It's a massive joke. I don't know whether or not this does get implemented, because obviously there's still a gap. It's supposed to be implemented, I believe, the 2024 to 25 season. And what I could maybe see happening is maybe they do it for a season and then they go back and realise it was a bad idea. Like, sometimes, rules are implemented in football, we try them out, they don't work. Maybe, do you know what I'd compare it to? I'd compare it to when they changed referees when they changed penalties in England to the ABBA format instead of ABA. And they did it for a year and they went, do you know what, this is stupid, let's just do it normally, you take, it's just easier. I think that's maybe what's going to happen. We're going to have one season. Clubs are not going to enjoy the idea that they are playing more games, because this does mean more games. This is 10 games before the round 16 instead of 6. And the 6 is fine, I believe. 3 home, 3 away. It really disregards the fact that teams have to play in the league, and in England we'll also have played the League Cup. It's just not. It's not really that good for player welfare, and you got to think as well, fans' pockets. It's more games to go to, but it's more games to spend on. And I doubt the Champions League are going to cap tickets like people have been begging them to for years. It is a bit of a joke, and what can be done? I don't know. Maybe we should just try and do exactly what we did with the Super League and really make our voice heard. And the thing is, it's not getting heard. People aren't screaming about this because it's not as immediate as the Super League. They're slowly sneaking up on us, and I feel like a lot of people aren't aware of this. And I feel like some people may just be supporting Champions League clubs, and then the 2024-25 season is going to hit, and they're going to go, wait, what's going on here? Wait. And they're going to be really confused by the setup. Why is this team qualified? It's just really unfair. It's unfair because of the 2 teams which qualify through coefficient, and it's unfair on the players for the amount of games they play. It is completely wrong. So yeah, that is my problem with the Champions League. Comment below what your thoughts are on it. Hopefully you agree with me, because I think it's absolutely stupid and really should not happen. And if it does go ahead and it doesn't get put away, that to me is confirmation that the Super League is going to happen, because this is just one step closer, and they will keep changing things. They will add more coefficient points, they will keep making steps, and eventually the Champions League will morph into the European Super League, and that's what's going to happen. But we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully it doesn't happen. So anyway, like I said, comment below what you think. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. I certainly haven't enjoyed talking about it because it's really depressing, but you know, hopefully it's good content for you. Subscribe for more videos to end up like this to end up in your feed. We've got tons of different videos that vary on this channel. Also, ding the bell for notifications. That bell should be over here. You'll be notified whenever we upload a video. And yeah, all our socials are in the description. This has been The Football in Question. I'll see you around.